Haaland, a penalty taker for club and country, Borussia Dortmund and Norway. He steps up left-footed and he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Erling Haaland is off and running. The trademark celebration, and City lead at the London Stadium. Rodri now comes forward and into the gap for De Bruyne, and now City on the counter. Haaland's through, chance to sink West Ham, and you know what? He never misses chances like that, and Erling Haaland has doubled his money. Welcome to Manchester, Erling Haaland. You are going to be a superstar. His dad's up celebrating among the Blues fans behind the goal. He just doesn't miss chances like that. De Bruyne's deep ball to the far, and there's still a chance, and Haaland scores, and City are back in the match, and Haaland's on target again.
Alvarez knocks that down for Foden. Foden towards the back post. It's Haaland who scores. 2-2. To the delight of the Etihad, Erling Haaland nods the ball in at the back post. It's back to Bernardo. Bernardo Silva again pulls that back. Gorgeous team goal from Manchester City. They have turned things around, and putting the finishing touch on the move is Erling Haaland with his second goal of the afternoon. Field again, Gundogan to Haaland. Haaland receives strongly, stabs the ball in, it's a hat-trick for Haaland. 4-2 to City. As Haaland is set up by Ilkay Gundogan.
He goes short, Foden's there in support of him. Foden clips it in, Haaland, 1-0. I had a hunch that his first touch might be decisive. It was a near post run, and he just flicked it beyond Henderson. Haaland on the edge, and Foden, and Haaland makes it 2-0. It is bizarre, isn't it? I mentioned that Aguero scored 2 in his 5th match. I mentioned that the two of them are in tandem. Well, for Sergio Aguero, Reed, Erling Haaland, it's 2-0 City. João Cancelo with the outside of the boot, great ball, Foden heads it back, and Stones on the far, and Haaland, number 3. They can't rule that one out for offside because the ball came backwards to Haaland, and City lead by 3 goals to 0, and now Haaland has his second hat-trick in the space of 4 days. He is quite an extraordinary player.
In by KDB to the back post, it's found by Erling Haaland. Who else? From who else? Kevin De Bruyne with the assist, Haaland with the goal. It's 1-0 for Manchester City. Foden, delicate ball rolled through to Kevin De Bruyne, who sets up Haaland. Another goal for Erling Haaland, set up by Kevin De Bruyne. They are forming quite the partnership, and they take it on tour to Europe. 1-0 to Manchester City as the Blues breach the Sevilla defence. Haaland stays up despite the shove in the back. It's Foden. Foden looking for his second. It's fallen loose. Haaland will get his second. 3-0 to Manchester City. Surely now it's game over, to the joy of the travelling fans. Cancelo with the outside of his boot, it's Haaland! 2-1 to City! Haaland scores against his former club. off another delicious delivery from João Cancelo. The tables have turned at the Etihad. Manchester City take the lead. And it's Erling Haaland who scores against Borussia Dortmund. It's come to Haaland. His first touch of the match, and Haaland goes for goal. Haaland scores! 2-0 to City. There was no celebration against Borussia Dortmund. There's certainly a celebration today as Haaland keeps up his goal-scoring form.
And City's corner comes in. Haaland off the line. Did it cross? Goal. Yes, it did. It's 2-0 City. And Haaland's first chance of the game inevitably goes into the net. The goal machine is clicking again. On it goes to De Bruyne. City have men over here. De Bruyne, Haaland, 3-0. Kevin De Bruyne assist. Erling Haaland goal. It's becoming a cliche, but it's a cliche I do not mind repeating over and over again. And De Bruyne now skips forward and on to Grealish. Dalot in front of him. Gomez on his overlap, goes inside to De Bruyne, now outside to Gomez, inside Haaland! 5-1! Hat-trick, Erling Haaland! The records keep on tumbling. Erling Haaland's got a hat-trick for City. It's the first time they've scored 5 in a derby at the Etihad Stadium. It might not be the end of the scoring today, and a quite wonderful day.
It's Wednesday's game. Second of 5 days. Comes into the box. It's Haaland. Haaland smashed it in. It doesn't take him long. Erling Haaland continues his exceptional scoring streak. Mahrez with the corner. Goes long with this one. It's over towards the back post. Headed out, hit on the volley. It's fallen loose and Haaland is on hand to score his second. In the right place at the right time. As Manchester City make it 2-0.
Kevin De Bruyne, João Cancelo, lovely move. Haaland! He kept us waiting till the 65th minute. But he gets goal number 20, and we're only just into the second week of October. It's a brilliant ball by Ederson, and Haaland's going to get onto it, and he's going to score the opening goal. Brilliant vision from Ederson, magnificent from Haaland. He just shrugged off the challenges of Sanchez and Webster. And it is goal number 16 in the Premier League, 21 of the campaign. Haaland, it was never in any doubt. Erling Haaland, can he win it for City? Erling Haaland! Need I say more? Listen to the Etihad Stadium. There are some victories that you reflect upon at the end of a season and you say that was the day we won the Premier League title.
For Manchester City, and that's Haaland. It takes him under 10 minutes to find the net on the return to domestic action. Erling Haaland with his latest chance in the game. He'd had an earlier opportunity that he hit high. He kept this one down and he finishes off the cross from the left.
Leeds have got it in their own half. And they've lost the ball, and Grealish is coming through on goal. He's got Haaland to his left, he rolls him in. Haaland makes it 2-0, and City have the easiest of goals. An absolutely calamitous error from Leeds United. There's an assist for Jack Grealish, because Jack Grealish pounced on the loose one, ran from the halfway line, went to the edge of the area and just passed it to Haaland, who just came from behind the ball to make sure he was onside, rolled it into the back of the net. Haaland into the gap, Grealish, Haaland, 3-0. Another assist for Grealish, another goal for Haaland. He missed a few chances in the first half, Jack Grealish, but he has more than atoned by giving 2 assists to Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland moves on to 20 Premier League goals for City. Yes, 20 in only his 13th Premier League start. Here's Mahrez. Excellent from Mahrez. Haaland! Yes, it goes in! Of course it does! Maybe not his truest strike. Maybe took a little nick on the way through, but he could care less. Goal number 21 of the Premier League season, 27 in all competitions. He just is incredible.
This is Mahrez, this is Haaland, 2-2! Tottenham scored 2 back-to-back at the end of the first half, and now Manchester City have done the exact same thing in the early stages of the second period.
Mahrez. Over to the back post, Haaland scores! Kevin De Bruyne to Erling Haaland, a classic combination already for Manchester City, and it's provided the opening just ahead of half-time. Haaland slides that home. It's 2-0 to Manchester City, and Erling Haaland gets another goal for his tally. That is one of the calmest penalties. City won the ball back here. It's played to Haaland. Haaland hat-trick. 3-0 to Manchester City. Another Premier League hat-trick for Erling Haaland.
Gundogan has options. On he goes to De Bruyne. Cross comes to the goal. And Erling Haaland! Erling Haaland! 3-1 City. Assist from De Bruyne. Goal from Erling Haaland. Arsenal 1, City 3. There's daylight and the top of the table beckons. Just try and get the second here. Gundogan round the back. Cross comes in towards Foden and Haaland! And they do get the second goal. Erling Haaland is there, doing what all good strikers do and following up after a rebound. And the referee sounded his whistle. Haaland with focus, he comes up to the ball and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And City at last have the breakthrough. And he runs over to the City fans on this near side in the right-hand corner.
Haaland backs up, it will be a short run-up. And a goal for Manchester City. Blasvik guesses the right way. Haaland too precise with his strike. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne with the shot! Off the crossbar, it's headed in by Haaland! 2-0, 2 goals and as many minutes, it's Erling Haaland! Off the rocket from Kevin De Bruyne, following it in, is Erling Haaland to score. Well swung in, it's the header from Ruben Dias, it's fallen loose, Haaland's put it across the line, it may have been on the line already. And it looks as if that's Erling Haaland's goal for a hat-trick. Cross comes over, it's Bernardo Silva with the header to the back post. Haaland heads down and drills the follow-up in. It's 4 goals for Haaland. It's 5-0 to Manchester City. And Erling Haaland brings a smile to his father's face in the stands. Cross in, it's another save from Bastard, and another goal from Erling Haaland. A 5-star performance from the striker. Clinical in front of goal. Brilliant from Haaland. Played through to Haaland, he's through on goal. Haaland knocks it across the line. The man who can't stop scoring does it again. And it's Erling Haaland who makes it 1-0 to Manchester City. Knocking it past the goalkeeper, and Manchester City make it 1-0 against Burnley. Haaland is forward again. Haaland might reach this. 2-0. Erling Haaland with another goal. He scores them in pairs or more, ably assisted by his teammates. This time around, it's Phil Foden who sets him up. Foden, left-footed strike from Foden off the post. There's the follow-up from Erling Haaland. And there is another hat-trick for the Manchester City striker. Set up by Foden in the first half. He finishes off that rebound from Foden's strike.
City still in the final third here. Little bit of space out wide for De Bruyne. De Bruyne now with a bending cross. Haaland! 1-0 City! De Bruyne gets his 100th Premier League assist. Of course he does. And Erling Haaland gets the goal. His 29th of the Premier League season, his 43rd of the campaign, and the Blues lead by 1-0. As Grealish comes forward in the left wing position, taking on Bednarek, into the penalty area he goes, clips it on, Haaland! That is a stunning finish from Erling Haaland. He assumes that famous yoga pose, and City have the 3 points, and Erling Haaland is 2/3 of the way to his first away hat-trick as a Manchester City player. City have the ball, and it's a deep cross looking towards Stones, and Haaland! 3-0! City in dreamland! Bayern Munich can't believe it! They're looking at each other, they're saying, what were we doing? And the answer is, they weren't marking anybody. And City lead by 3-0, and you just have to say that they only just escaped moments earlier, now they've been punished.
Haaland firmly focused on the ball, which he blasts low into the bottom right corner. It's 2-0 to Manchester City. KDB has won that away with the nutmeg on Ndidi, and he sets off. It's played through to Haaland. Haaland could finish off here for his second. And it is 2 for Haaland. 3 for City. The Blues running rampant, and they give Leicester a taste of their own medicine.
Coman goes inside Grealish, into the penalty area, still going Coman, right across the face of the goal. Choupo-Moting couldn't reach it. What a chance, not sure how it went beyond him. Now City on the counter. De Bruyne, can he find the right pass? On it goes to Haaland. Haaland up against Upamecano, who slips. Haaland's in, scores, 4-0 on aggregate. Tie over surely. Erling Haaland may have missed the penalty, but he wasn't going to miss that. Upamecano lost his footing at the vital moment. Haaland threw on goal, put it beyond the goalkeeper's reach. Now Foden on the edge of the area, onto Haaland, 4-1. What was I saying, that it was a night when Haaland's going to get 2 assists but no goal? I must have been out of my mind. Haaland moves on to goal number 49 of the season, 33 in the Premier League.
Born in Leeds, raised in Norway, but made in Manchester. Erling Haaland, goal scorer supreme, hits a phenomenal 50.
On it goes to Grealish. Grealish onto Haaland. Haaland's through on goal. 2-0 City. Had to be. Haaland doesn't miss those. And now he becomes the first player in Premier League history to hit 35 goals in a season. And the Blues lead by 2-0. And you have to say, it's Haaland's first real chance. He swallowed it up. City are now looking for a second themselves, and Haaland will score it! A cross from the left-hand side. Haaland got away from his marker and headed it, and Pickford's weight was going the wrong way. He couldn't keep it out, and in the space of about 2.5 minutes, City are now 2-0 up. That's a corner, it's drilled in low. Phil Foden's kept it alive. He keeps it towards Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne puts in a second cross. It's deep. Rodri pulls away, and City do score. Haaland's first touch of the new Premier League season finds its way into the back of the Burnley net.
Are you really surprised? Well, it's only this man who can do it again, but it comes down to training ground, understanding, set pieces. Rodri keeps it alive off that deep cross, and that's where he comes alive, Erling Haaland.
City appear to have got control of this match again after a 3 or 4 minute spell in which Burnley had a few good moments. Now, down the right-hand side, Walker, crossing position, on it goes to Alvarez, near the penalty spot. Haaland hits the back of the net! Can you believe it? Of course you can believe it! It's Erling Haaland again!
But this is an incredible finish, leaning back, away from goal. It looks sensational, it is sensational. What a goal again, we can't say any more about this guy.
Kovacic now, Kovacic wide to Grealish, Grealish up against Baldock, Baldock on that yellow card, can't dive in. Grealish trying to tempt him in, he's in the penalty area, Grealish. Little dink over the top, Haaland 1-0, had to come. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And Erling Haaland buries the header in the back of the goal. It was magnificent from Jack Grealish, classic wing play, and Haaland buries it. The ball's with Rodri. Rodri into the gap for Alvarez, on towards Haaland. Haaland's through and scores, and City lead by 3-1. And just for a moment, Fulham's concentration wavered. Alvarez into Haaland, and Haaland just gliding it past the advancing Leno, and City do have a third. And Alvarez and Haaland, who combined earlier, it's a return of the favour. Now Haaland scores. No problem at all. Leno went the wrong way, Haaland dispatched it into the opposite corner. Haaland's on another City hat-trick, and the Blues lead 4-1, Andy Morrison.
What a terrific penalty.
Bernardo Silva out wide to Sergio Gomez. Gomez on towards Lewis. Lewis followed by Diop, goes to Sergio Gomez. Can he cross it? Well, he decides not to. Comes inside Sergio Gomez. On it goes to Haaland! The perfect end to the day. It's an Erling Haaland hat-trick. It's his first of the season. It's his 7th for City.
Gomez does brilliant. You know, but if you can watch the movement of Haaland, it's as good as you're ever going to see, and it's what a finish.
Alvarez goes out wide to Bernardo Silva. City have 4 against 3. Can they find the right pass? Haaland, will he score? You bet he will. At last, I said earlier I don't think Haaland's going to score today. Actually, deep down, I don't think he thought he was going to score today. But the greatest strikers in world football, they forget the misses. They forget the fact that things haven't gone their way. And eventually, their perseverance gets rewarded. Foden, Matheus Nunes, this is terrific. Haaland, what a goal! What a goal! If the first goal was superb, the second might just have edged it. You will not see a team as good as this anywhere in world football right now. I promise you, both these goals today tell you everything about the quality that is Manchester City. Here's Haaland, first chance for him. On the edge of the area and scores! Brilliant from Erling Haaland. He's barely touched the ball. He gets it on the edge of the D. Brighton lost possession of the ball in a dangerous part of the pitch, and about 3 seconds later, Erling Haaland wraps it into the corner. 2-0. So Haaland, a little bit of a runner, not a very long one, steps up, and it goes in. I think Rassiopi got a piece of that, but it still goes into the back of the net, and it's Young Boys 1, City 2. Lewis on to Rodri, maybe think about shooting Rodri. Instead it goes to Haaland. Haaland, can he get his shot away? You bet he can. Works it from left to right, and with that bending right foot shot into the roof of the net, City have their 3 points, and Haaland has his second goal. A chance for City from the penalty spot. Haaland scores, and City are in front in the 191st Manchester derby, and Erling Haaland, who scored a hat-trick, of course, against United last season, is 1/3 the way to another one here. Grealish now with Fernandes in front of him. Can Grealish get beyond Bruno Fernandes? Outside it goes to Bernardo Silva, clipped in. Haaland! 2-0 City! That is a magnificent goal! Absolutely devastating from the Blues. Clipped out to the left to Bernardo Silva, floated ball to the back post.
Once that run and the timing, that reverse ball from Jack's brilliant, then they're all sorts of trouble. Rodri arriving in there is what drags in. Oh, it's brilliant. It's so good.
Takes a deep breath, as he so often does, has a pretty short run up for a penalty taker, and scores easily. Very, very easily. Still coming forward, on the edge of the D. Works an angle, hits the shot, scores an absolutely wonderful goal. Erling Haaland, he span away, got to the edge of the D and clobbered a left foot shot into the roof of the net, and by my reckoning it's the 3rd time he's scored outside the area since he became a City player. He's taken that very short run up that is a trademark of his. He steps up and sends Sanchez the wrong way, and City lead at Stamford Bridge through an Erling Haaland penalty, and it is Chelsea 0, City 1. Haaland gets away easily from Caicedo and onto Alvarez, and Foden now into the final third goes City. Alvarez on his outside, here is Alvarez, Haaland, 3-2, bundled over the line, but that is a terrific move from City. It's an assist from Alvarez, it's Haaland on the line, scrambles it over the line, goes to the City fans who are very, very close to the goal, and they lead for a second time. Chelsea 2, City 3. Ake now tries to go outside, lovely dribble from Ake, on he goes to Haaland, 1-0, City score, Haaland's first chance of the game, Ake with the set, Haaland with the finish, City 1, Liverpool 0. Not only is it a big goal, it's also Erling Haaland's 50th, his 50th Premier League goal for City. Foden's on the ball now, he slips it through, Haaland's down the middle, Haaland! City are back in the game! Lovely play by Foden, wonderful finish from Haaland, and the Blues are right back in this game, and who else but Erling Haaland with a goal! Alvarez hits the outswinger, Diaz pulls away, it's blocked, City might get it with Haaland, 1-0! Can you believe it? He's not had a single chance today, and Haaland, who hasn't scored since the end of November, scores with his first attempt on target in the match.
Welcome back, big man. What's a finish? It's like he's absolutely smashed it with his right foot. That's why he is different from everybody else. He scores goals that he has no right to score.
Ake now on to De Bruyne. De Bruyne strides forward onto Haaland. Haaland now up against Branthwaite. Takes on Branthwaite. Gets the better of Branthwaite. 2-0. Erling Haaland. Well.
That's what they can do. Ali, he's got 2 options. He's got Doku, and I thought he was going to go Doku, but then he plays a beautiful time ball into the path of Haaland. But he's just too strong. Brushes him off. And then have you got the composure, Erling, to finish? Of course you do.
Here's Mope. Mope in towards Tony, away by Diaz, Foden, and now Rodri, and now Alvarez, and Alvarez to Haaland, and Haaland's onto it, and Haaland's through! What a chance! Erling Haaland, 1-0 City! A slip from Brentford, and Haaland punishes them. He now has a full collection. He scored against every single team he has ever met in the Premier League, and he's broken Brentford hearts tonight. City 1, Brentford 0. They have a little bit of an advantage there as De Bruyne gets round the outside, and Haaland tucks it into the back of the net. Well, it won't count as the latest team he scored against in a Premier League game, but having missed the game at Luton Town in the league in December, Haaland has now scored against a new opponent tonight, and he gives City the lead inside just a few minutes here at Kenilworth Road. Ortega tripping the ball up to Haaland, who lays it off to De Bruyne. De Bruyne into the gap for Haaland. Haaland's through on goal. Can he get his shot in? You bet he can. City 2, Luton Town 0. And well, it's almost become a cliche in itself. A through ball to Haaland and tucked into the corner. And yet another moment of Kevin De Bruyne assist magic makes it 2-0. It's now City coming forward, and onside is Haaland. Haaland, can he get his hat-trick? Yes, he can! City lead by 3-0, and Erling Haaland has his second FA Cup hat-trick and his 8th hat-trick since he became a Blue. Walker into the gap, De Bruyne, can he finish? Plays it across, Haaland makes it 4, unless the offside flag says no. City lead 4-2, and again, De Bruyne assists, Haaland goal, can you believe it?
The ball cuts out to Krul, and Haaland just steps on, sensational 2 bits of quality.
As Bernardo Silva plays it to Haaland, Haaland, 5 for Haaland, and the bizarre thing is it's not the first time he scored 5 since he became a City player. He got 5 in the game against RB Leipzig in the Champions League. Well, he's done it again tonight, and City lead by 5-2. Oh, Rodri wins it back, Haaland, 3-1! Game over! United are beaten, Liverpool are next! I have to say, if there was ever a match that deserved a victory for the team who have just won it, it's this one. The United away end is emptying and the Poznan's breaking out. Rodri looking towards Haaland. Haaland will get to it and control it, and he's in a shooting position, and guess what? He's made it 3-1. He took the ball down on his thigh, he cut inside, and he placed it into the corner of Guevara's goal. And City are now 6-2 up on aggregate. And Erling Haaland has himself his 29th goal of the season, his 6th in the Champions League, and the Blues are back in front on the night by 2 goals. Grealish wide on the left wing, trying to come in field. Plays it in towards De Bruyne. Is he offside? Referee says no. Haaland puts it in. City offside, is it? Well, there's celebrations. Palace think there must be an offside. And the ball prodded in by De Bruyne, turned in by Haaland. De Bruyne wasn't sure, but I can tell him he is onside, and City do lead by 3-1. And he's looking to put City 3-0 up with quarter of an hour to go. Erling Haaland sends Kaminski the wrong way, and in the 76th minute the points are surely in the bag now for the Blues. City 3, Luton Town 0. City doing well to keep hold of the ball, and believe you me, when you're out of possession your energy drains. Now Haaland getting into a position to shoot. Haaland! Haaland, 2-0! Boy, did we need it! And Erling Haaland's provided it. They've ridden out the storm and they've grabbed a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic goal. Took it really, really well. KDB found a little bit of space. Played in Haaland, who's 1v1 then with Murillo. Sells comes out and he took the chance really early and rolls it into the far corner.
And so Haaland has the opportunity to give City the early lead as we click towards the end of 12 minutes, and Haaland scores very, very comfortably, and City have the lead inside 12 minutes. The City have got it with De Bruyne. De Bruyne advances, plays it through to Rodri in the penalty area, and Haaland at the far, 2-0! Rodri assist, Haaland header, City 2, Wolves 0.
De Bruyne back to Rodri and then chooses just to clip it right to the back post. Haaland rises so tall. The goalkeeper into the far corner. They're the ones he waits for. The execution is wonderful.
Haaland scores. Wasn't that hard? This time Jose Sarr did go the right way, and Haaland tucks it into the back of the net. Now Foden clips the ball over the top, looking for Haaland. Haaland's onto it. Haaland into the penalty area. Haaland hits the shot. Oh, I say, Erling Haaland, you are one hell of a player. The ball came over his shoulder. He had to trap it. He did beautifully. And then he made a bit of space. He got beyond Kilman. He wrapped his left foot around the ball and thumped it into the far corner of the goal. On it goes to De Bruyne, across the face of the goal, Erling Haaland, 1-0 City, 1-0 to the Blues, must-win night. Who do they turn to? The big man. Spurs 0, City 1, De Bruyne assist, Haaland goal. They do it time and time again, and they've done it when we needed it most. Wherever you are, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, hold your breath. Erling Haaland scores! Spurs 0, City 2! Erling Haaland makes it 2! City have their hands on the title again! Haaland, Lewis, all involved in front of him, goes through towards Haaland, first chance for Haaland, and he's taken it, of course he's taken it! It was his first genuine sight of goal. And, well, just typical of the man. He is so ruthless, and he's on target again to give City the lead. Erling Haaland has this record of having scored against every single Premier League opponent he's faced. Well, he'll want to extend that record today by scoring against Ipswich. Haaland now steps up and scores easily, and City were behind for only a matter of moments. And now they're coming forward again, and Haaland's through the middle, and he's got beyond Muric! 2-1, 3-1! 2-1 1 minute, 3-1 the next. Erling Haaland's on another hat-trick, and Ipswich Town are absolutely in a spin. A wonderful, wonderful ball over the top. Haaland on the end, over the top of the advancing goalkeeper, and City suddenly have a 2-goal advantage. Wider to De Bruyne. De Bruyne into Lewis, can't get to it. Lewis then wins the second ball. Ipswich lose it. Haaland's got it, hits the shot into the net. Erling Haaland hat-trick. Well, it was probably a really awkward position from which to shoot. He must have been about 22 metres from goal. They've lost the ball, and Haaland's in the penalty area, and he scored. West Ham building from the back, lose the ball. Bernardo Silva latches onto it, slips a through ball into the path of Haaland. Erling Haaland, once again at the London Stadium, gives the Blues the lead. Keeps on going, Grealish, and keeps on going, and now finds Bernardo Silva and Kovacic and Lewis and Haaland. Haaland shot, 2-1 City. Erling Haaland rifles it into the roof of the net, and boy, I tell you what, they have really deserved that. They have been all over West Ham, and they now lead, and Erling Haaland is 2/3 the way to yet another City hat-trick. And now Núñez across the halfway line onto Haaland. Haaland's through on goal. Can he sink West Ham? Did I need to ask the question? Did I need to even hesitate? When you've got a striking Viking, you've got a guarantee of goals, and it is 3-1 at last. De Bruyne on towards Haaland. Haaland scores! Erling Haaland with the right foot. It took a deflection on the way through and fizzed into the back of the net. And just in the blink of an eye, City's first attempt on target goes into the back of the net. And Erling Haaland, just his 8th Premier League goal of the season. City are going long, and Haaland's through on goal. Haaland, 2-1. Ederson with the assist, and Haaland did the rest. He muscled Pinnock out of the way and dinked it over the top of the advancing Flecken. It is the epitome of Route 1 football, and City lead by 2-1. Savinho's now got away from Calafiori. He plays it in. Haaland 1-on-1, scores! City 1, Arsenal 0. Erling Haaland again. Absolutely majestic from the Blues. Erling Haaland in double figures already. It's his 10th of the season, and with that goal, he clocks up 100 for City. It is a stunning, stunning way to do it. Lewis is walking, he's at walking pace, slips it through, Haaland 1-on-1, and surely, other than VAR intervention, Haaland's got his goal. City have got the victory. He rounded the goalkeeper, took it to his right, and then slipped it in with that right foot into the unguarded goal. Well, it was unguarded once he got round the goalkeeper, and City lead by 3-0. Savinho crosses, and Haaland! Oh,
That was timing.
what an extraordinary finish that was. Savinho digs out a cross. The ball kind of goes behind Haaland, and Haaland, with a sort of improvised, almost backward scorpion kick, has angled it into the corner of the net. It was a remarkable finish, and unless VAR intervene, it's going to be 2-0 this time, and Erling Haaland has his goal.
It's like almost like that scorpion back heel volley, and it's an extraordinary finish.
Well, the quality of the product from City is looking really good. They're on the edge of the area. Haaland 4-0. It's a sweeping move. It's a sweeping move from one end of the field to the other. Pep Guardiola's gesture to his bench was extraordinary. He's so happy with that goal. But City played through the thirds. Every pass was precise, and at the end of it, you've got the most extraordinary of goal scorers. Gvardiol further wide to Bernardo Silva, into the gap for Matheus Núñez. Cross comes in, Haaland's at it and scores! First chance of the game, and you know who? Well, whenever he gets a chance, he puts it on target, and invariably it goes into the back of an opponent's net. And City lead 1-0. Erling Haaland, 14th of the season, his 11th in the Premier League. He keeps up his record of having scored every time that he's met Southampton. Kovacic wins it back and drives in, and on it goes to Haaland, through on goal. Haaland! In, 1-0. It was stopped by Verbruggen. It popped up into the air, but then Haaland followed it up and forced it over the line. Brilliant play from Mateo Kovacic. An absolutely sensational piece of midfield play. He drove down the middle. Brighton were coming forward, but Kovacic, well, he's been outstanding today. Well, Wellenreiter so far has had an answer to everything. Haaland, can he give City the lead? Your answer is yes. At the moment, City are coming forward with absolute devastation because Núñez has powered into the box and Haaland slides it in for the number 3. Brilliant driving run from Matheus Núñez, and Núñez got into the box, hit it across the face of the goal, and Erling Haaland slides in and makes it 3-0. City 3, Feyenoord 0, 2 for Erling Haaland. Gvardiol goes out wide to Matheus Núñez in the left wing position. Up against a couple of Palace players, plays it in towards Haaland. Haaland heads it in! City 1, Palace 1. It was a lovely ball in, whipped in with a lovely, nice angle to it. And Haaland just rose higher than Henderson, and City are level, 1-1. McAtee. Oh, that was beautifully done. Lovely exchange of feet. And on it goes to De Bruyne. And De Bruyne's got options, and one of them Savinho. Savinho up towards Haaland, 2-0! Brilliant from McAtee in the build-up. And then he just opened up the space. It was helped out wide. Savinho scooped in across, and Erling Haaland cushioned the header into the corner of the net. And City lead by 2-0. And he won't get an assist, but brilliant from James McAtee. Savinho up against Soufal, comes in off the inside, goes around Soufal. Savinho whips it in towards Haaland, 2-0. Absolutely brilliant from Savinho. Savinho's looked the threat all afternoon, and he's got beyond Soufal. He's whipped in a beautiful cross to the far post, and Haaland's pulled away, and in a very similar way to the one in which he scored against Leicester last weekend. He's tucked in another Savinho cross, and City lead 2-0. Savinho driving forward. On it goes to Haaland. Haaland through the gap. 3-0. Brilliant from Savinho. Exceptional from Haaland. And that is the same combination that scored the second goal at Leicester and has scored 2 goals today. Savinho to Haaland. City lead 3-0. And maybe, just maybe, they are on their way to victory, Andy.
Yeah, brilliant.